I'm Stephen Main, welcome to the Main Report. The spectacular collapse of Opes Prime and the amazing shake-up in the Victorian poker machine industry is causing enormous reverberations through Melbourne at the moment. But there's one very interesting connection between the two. John Brumby's decision to throw Tattersalls and Tabcorp out of the poker machine market after 2012 has caused a few predictable claims, including this one in the Sunday Age. Pokies revolution sparks major corruption fears. The paper was quoting Peter Gillooly, the former chief executive of Tattersalls, and this is exactly what he said. The original reason for the Tats and Tabcorp duopoly was to ensure there was no corruption, and the question now is going to be raised as to how the regulator will ensure that no corruption takes place. I'm just staggered that Gillooly would put his head up on this issue, given that he was the chairman of Opes Prime for the last couple of years. Gillooly made about $10 million from his 16 years as the boss of Tattersalls, and I reckon he's going to be handing over a fair chunk of that to the long-suffering Opes Prime creditors. Gillooly made the following comments to The Australian recently, on April Fool's Day. This is what he explained about the Opes Prime situation. It was a legitimate business being run, I thought, very well. I had nothing to do with the day-to-day running of the company. I was a totally independent director. Generally, the position of the company was totally different from what it was stated to the board. I resigned. It's a terrible situation. I was there on the basis that it was a business which was being properly run. The whole thing has been audited twice since I've been there. I don't know what else to say. Sorry would be a start, Peter. Now come on, mate. You were the chairman. How can you possibly claim you had no idea about what was going on? A chairman should be really involved in the business, talking to the staff, talking to the regulators even. I reckon Alan Cole has summed up the Opes Prime situation pretty well on Inside Business. Have a listen to this.
For the simple reason that securities and not real estate were being used as collateral, the most amazing spivs got to masquerade as bankers. We don't know enough about lift yet to draw conclusions. Lending against securities is not regulated. ASIC and the government need to fix that fast. And ANZ and Merrill Lynch need to transparently fix cultures that allowed one group of their clients to be repossessed because their representative in dealing with those clients, Opes, seems to have been managed by maniacs and inevitably blew up.
Now, I'm not suggesting that Peter Gillooly is either a spiv or a maniac, but I do believe he was negligent in not knowing what was going on by his management team at Opes Prime. And rather than lecturing people about corruption and poker machines, maybe he should write out a cheque for $5 million as a first-up contribution to the Opes Prime creditors pool. I'm Stephen Main. Just keep doing your best.